Hello everyone, it's Lynn from Devine Central. Today I want to share with you an exercise using one card to perform a 3-card reading. Now this was an exercise given to me by my mentor way back in the day, and to be honest with you, it really does work. So whether or not you're a professional reader or a friends and family, we all need to keep our chops honed so that we can stay connected to spirit and stay connected to the cards. So without any more ado, let me switch cameras. I want to show you that I am working with the original tarot deck today, and it has absolutely no information about where it came from anywhere on the box or in the little white book. So I separated the deck into 5 piles. I've got one for each element and then the major arcana. I'll probably pull a card from each one, okay? So let's say, this is how easy this is, really. Let's say we get the 2 of Wands. Well, without a question, without any context right now, I can say, where did this come from? This is obviously somebody in contemplation for something, right? They're contemplating something in their small little world. Well, let's say that, wow, we look at what came before it, which is the Ace. And maybe we woke up one morning with this wild idea, or somebody gave us or introduced us to some terrific opportunity, and we're sitting here trying to figure out how we're going to fit it into our world. Well, the cards might tell you to look at what comes next, and what comes next is the 3 of Wands. So possibly taking that action, throwing it out there, expanding on that idea, talking to friends and family and possibly a mentor or a business person about how you would, about ideas on how you could make this thing work. Then you bring it back here to your planning stage and put together a plan on how you can move forward with it. It's literally that simple. Let's try another. Let's use a question this time. I have my 600 questions for your tarot practice. You can find them down below if you'd like a set of your own. And let me pull one here and say, okay, my best friend stopped speaking to me and I have no idea why. Help me resolve it. Okay, so we can do that. So let's take the Page of Cups. Let's say that's the card that we get. All right. So first place, pages are about a change of direction, okay? And the fish, I consider the fish being something unexpected has come up. So what comes before it would be the 10 of Cups, and what comes after it would be the Knight of Cups. So let's say that you had a really good working relationship. You guys were happy together. Everything was working fine until one day it wasn't. And what happened, there was an abrupt change that occurred, and it was because of something unexpected that came up. Now, that could have something to do with you, or it could have nothing to do with you. But for whatever reason, it's kind of caused an issue between the two of you. So let's say that your friend met you at a bar and he walked in and caught you talking to his ex-girlfriend. You guys had your heads together and he got the wrong idea, and that kind of put a bad taste in his mouth. So now he's not communicating with you about it, and he's not sharing that with you. So how are you going to get past this situation? Well, you need to get him to talk to you. So I would invite him to maybe sit down and have lunch, or to have a drink or something, and discuss this with him. You be the one to bring it up. You be the one to take the action. But as the Knight of Cups tends to be rather narcissistic, it's going to be important that you own whatever part of it is yours. But try to get him to talk about it and see how you can work together to make it better. So next, let's try, again without a question, let's try the 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles is about generosity. It could be about, this could be a banker giving someone a loan, right? But sometimes it's about a relationship. But the scales are usually not level. They're usually tipped one way or another. When I see this card, I usually the first thing I ask is, who controls the relationship in this card? It's obviously about either the person in need or the person that's giving. So what's the card that comes before it? It's the 5, right? 5s are challenges, conflicts, and a need to get past those. They tend to be temporary. The 6 is about harmony restored. So you're kind of getting some help with what you need. And then you have after that, what, a 7? 7s are typically, to me, about retesting and reworking your plan. So let's say that you got the 5 next. So there's the 5, right? And then you have the 7 that comes after. So what I would tell somebody on a 1-card reading is, you've had some type of a financial setback in something that you've already accomplished something on, and you're in need for a cash infusion. Well, there's somebody out there that is available to you for that, but you're going to have to pay the piper, let's say. You don't get something for nothing. There's no free lunch, right? So what you're going to have to do probably is share a piece of the action, maybe a small percentage of the business, if in order to get that cash infusion. And I know that you're going to be giving it a lot of hard thought, and you're going to be kind of disappointed that that's the route you have to go, because you've worked so hard already to create this plan and nurture this thing and get it off the ground. And now, oh no, you might have to share it. But you know what? At least that would give you what you need to move forward and continue working it out. So this is something that you'll have to make a decision on. Okay. So let's do one more. This time we're going to use let's use the major arcana. Oh gosh, what do we want to do? So it's pompous people. Hey, how about this? So let's say we have the 9 come up. Okay, so we've got the Hermit. Introspection, going off on your own, stepping back. Let's say we have the 8. 8 came before it. Strength card, and after it we have the Wheel of Fortune. So what we might say is, I see this as grace under pressure. I see this as stepping out of the fray and looking in on the situation. And I see this as a karma card where, for everything that you do, you have to learn to adapt, because with karma, you don't really get to make that decision. It's made for you by the universe. So, grace under pressure. Something came up, something happened where you are having to maybe be the voice of reason for something. Maybe you're in between a couple of people and they're turning to you now for advice. And you're going to have to be careful. But best thing for you to do is to lead by example. You have this light shining ahead of you. You've already managed to figure out a lot about life. You're experienced, and you could probably help these people move along forward. But ultimately, at the end of the day, they're going to have to adapt to whatever the situation is. And they're going to have to understand that what goes up comes down, but always turns back up again. So that's just a small idea of what this is all about. I hope that was helpful to you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.